We've broke out probably another 1,000 just in this week alone. Just kidding.
We lost Johnny.
Hey there, we're Bums on a Boat and my name is Michael. In the last 4 years, Joel and I have learned a thing or two about living on a sailboat. One thing we know for sure, it's the most expensive way to travel the world for free. Subscribe for corny jokes as you watch us break out thousands left and right.
These are the tales of B.O.A.T.
So it's been kind of a crazy ride, and now that we're out of the boatyard and our boat is in solid shape, we're preparing ourselves to cruise. And that means tackling a lot of little projects, buying a lot of things. As it turns out, we didn't realize that we were going to spend this much money once our boat was already solid just to get ready to cruise, but we've broke out probably another 1,000 just in this week alone, so that's been overwhelming. But slowly but surely, we're getting ready to untie the lines and take off.
Looks like we have some new neighbors.
Alan, French guy who Joel's been playing a lot of chess with, just got his boat in the water and he's gonna dock up right next to us.
They're using a dinghy to try to back him up right next to us, and it's really narrow. It seems like the wind has pushed him on top of this other guy's line over here, so he's kind of tangled up in the line.
It's kind of hard to tell what's going on exactly, but they are on top of that mooring line. He just undid the line. Maybe that'll help. It looked like they were stuck between both of those lines. One thing's for sure, there's gonna be a lot of chess played in the next couple days with Alan right here close. So, I bet you're dying to know how much money did we actually spend this week. I'll tell ya. First up was Amazon, $140. Gotta love Amazon. We get a lot of stuff from them. And this was a lot of little things. 2-part underwater epoxy, lifetime pull cord for the outboard, water filters for our tanks, tons of hose clamps, Gorilla tape, Teflon tape, you name it. Next, we scoured the internet for a complete rebuild kit for our head, and we found that at Go-To Marine. In total, we spent $100 at Go-To Marine. The big purchase was the rebuild kit for our Groco K-style manual head, plus a couple other cable clamps and random boat bits. A huge find was partsforengine.com. Keep this in mind, if you need to find cheap parts for a marine-style engine, we found everything that we could possibly ever want for our Volvo Penta MD 2030. Mostly we ordered a lot of filters, fuel filters, Raycor filters, oil filters. The total at that site came to about $100 as well. Way cheaper than what we would have spent on the actual name brand Volvo parts. Once we got all our spare parts ordered for the boat, it's time to feed ourselves. So we started off in Luperon. We spent $60 going around getting a lot of staples from all the small stores here in Luperon. A lot of eggs, a lot of fresh stuff. The big beastie provisioning trip happened in Puerto Plata, where we put down $400 at Jumbo, which is a big store, supermarket like you're gonna find in the States, and I just went crazy. I got a ton of stuff. So I went to Puerto Plata today on a massive provisioning mission. One critical mistake, I forgot peanut butter. and that's a surprisingly large portion of our diet. This is hopefully going to be our staples for the next 3.5 months. I don't know, I've never actually done a provisioning trip like this before, so we'll see how it goes. Don't mind me. Just taking a little snack break here. In total, we spent $800 this week on our provisionings, on our boat parts, and that was up front. We're gonna have to pay more to receive all of that stuff that we shipped in. Plus, we're gonna have to do another provisioning trip, probably load up on fresh stuff before we actually take out. So I'm thinking all in all, we broke out another 1,000 just preparing to cruise.
Let's talk about the outboard. Thank you everybody for all the feedback. So many good ideas and so many tips, so many things to try, from the carburetor to the fuel pump, the hosing. A lot of people thought maybe I didn't have it vented, possibly the fuel tank wasn't vented. What we suspected it to be was this quick fill line connector. We realized that if we kept pumping the priming bulb, it would continue to run, but there would be fuel leaking here. We thought maybe that was allowing air into the fuel line, which was why we were losing fuel pressure and the outboard was cutting off. We had to order one of these because we couldn't find one, and that's about a 2-week delay. So that's really something you hate to do, because then you got to put the project on the side for 2 weeks. In the meanwhile, we kept looking and searching for one, and we actually did find one just out of nowhere last second.
We just went to get a bit of lunch, and we thought on the off chance that we better stop by Freddy's Repuesto Marine store. He has a lot of used boat parts, and he had the part that we need for our outboard. We're pretty sure this is gonna be a game changer, and if it's not, then we're back to square one, but we just wanted to take you guys on this ride with us.
Little turn of events, we got a shrimp that decided to just jump in the dinghy or crawl in.
Are we gonna eat that tonight?
I don't know, if not, we could use it as bait. But
it smells pretty bad.
Maybe you can throw that on
I think you need to throw that over.
Throw that on the Barbie. Don't get excited. We got good water flow over here ever since we unclogged the hose. We learned about the vent thanks to one of our commenters. This little fuel gauge is actually a vent as well. So now we've got the fuel tank vented properly. Cap is on tight.
Is anyone else getting excited right now? Woo! Are you kidding me right now? Johnny boy is back!
Let's go, Johnny!
Just kidding.
We lost Johnny. Johnny!
Typical. What's going on?
I don't know, it's just surging out. But now...
We brought the paddles just in case.
Of course.
Extreme highs to extreme lows.
It's definitely running better, but still I have to keep pumping the bulb to keep it running. Although I don't have to pump it near as often to keep it running, and I can actually put it in gear for quite a while. Still, it's a matter of time before it cuts out. We also replaced the hose. A lot of you thought maybe we had poor hose. We actually had really good fuel hose. You can see it, we cut a little bit off and sliced it open, but it's not deteriorating inside, which is what you look for, and then that might be clogging up the fuel hose. It'll run for a lot longer. You can actually put it in gear and drive it around, but if you don't keep pumping that priming bulb, it'll eventually cut out. So we're kind of experiencing the same thing. What do you guys think about these glasses too? Please let me know in the comments below. Do you think I should wear the glasses? Would you believe me if I told you that these are actually prescription glasses that I should be wearing on a daily basis? We are preparing Shock Mate to cruise. Now, a stack pack and lazy jack lines make raising the mainsail so much easier when you're out there. When we very first started this adventure, my brother, my friend, and I, we did not have a stack pack or lazy jack lines. We would just lash the mainsail to the boom. we'd have to go up, unlash it. And then we'd have to feed it into the track one at a time. Because we didn't have this little bolt that will hold it in the track, so it's already ready to go. So that little addition plus the lazy jack lines is a whole nother ball game now when we raise the mainsail. So much more effortless, it's more pleasant, it's an enjoyable experience. Whereas before, sometimes it felt like someone might go flying off the sailboat at any moment. Just got the lazy jack lines run all the way down, so now it's time to go to the top and then install this new wind instrument that we got from Michael's grandpa, Captain Jack. So right when I got to the top here, I noticed I'm going to need a flathead screwdriver. So Michael just sent one up. She tied it to the halyard and I just pulled it right back up. Just got the wind indicator installed here. Thank you, Captain Jack. Every time we try to replace our anchor light with an LED light, it doesn't work, so we always have to use incandescent. The last time we ran our anchor light, apparently it blew up and there's now a hole in the top of this little cover that rests right here. The clouds seem really close. You ready, Michael?
What? Babe, we just got another $5 paycheck. What?
Here we have an old DC Ampers battery monitoring system that's actually never worked since we got the boat. We are about to pull this out and replace it with the Victron BMV 700.
We are getting ready to cruise again, finally. Today we are doing some wiring. Joel, catch us up.
Well, first I got to give a huge shout out to Jack, who's got our back. This is only one of the massive coils of wire. This is marine grade. You got the positive and the negative lead here. Yesterday, we just installed this Victron Energy battery monitor.
Wow, wow, wow.
Also, compliments of Jack, who's got our back.
Press the button, there we go.
Now, that's our voltage, so this will tell us the voltage of our house bank. Amp hours, percentage, 94%. The one I really like is it'll tell you how many amps you're drawing, 0.93. Right now we're gonna wire up another DC outlet, and why this is so huge is because we're also going to order a Mac laptop charger that charges it off of DC, so you don't need the AC. Right here, that's where it's gonna be.
And that's super convenient because most of the editing happens right here.
Yes, that'll be great.
On the bench. The sun's starting to go down, and one more thing on our list for today is to test the navigation lights that we're gonna need to run through the night, every night while we're out there cruising. All right. That one looks good too. Whew. I didn't drop the camera in the water. I was a little worried. Two lights that we don't have are what you would call a steaming light, I think, halfway up the mast, and our anchor light, of course. When Joel was up there this morning, he said it was exploded. So we're gonna have to find some way to replace that anchor light as well. And definitely with some LEDs. kind of beautiful out on the bay right now, though.
Thank you for watching. We're so stoked to finally get out there and cruise. I know it kind of seems like it's... Oh, these glasses. I don't like them. I know it kind of seems like it's dragging on. At least it does to us. But now we're ready to cruise.
Just about, yeah. We're stoked about
Except for the Outboard.
How ready we are. But we're a little scared at how much money seems to be flying around. But hopefully that's going to stop here soon once we get everything ready.
I have a new like acronym.
Okay.
An idea for what BOAT stands for.
Okay.
I just made it up from my experience in this video.
Mm.
BOAT, break out another 1,000.
Whoa, that's a good one.
Yeah, because we had to break out another $1,000.
I've never heard that before.
Time. Out of nowhere, just boom, break out another 1,000. It happens just like that constantly. It's a never-ending thing. So
I think you better put a copyright on that. That's a good idea.
I'm gonna coin that phrase.
BOAT. Break out another 1,000.
That's right. You heard it first.
Boom.
On Bums on a Boat.
Heard it here first. Give us a like.
Feel free to use that.
Subscribe.
Feel free to use that. Yeah. Also, yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you.
You can use it, but you better give credit to Joel for his creative endeavors there. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you have any other
I didn't even really spend that much time thinking about it. It just popped in my head.
Talk over me all the time.
I'm sorry.
I just was hoping that you guys would let us know in the comments if you have any other cool acronym ideas for what BOAT could stand for that's applicable to actually living on a boat. So let us know.
It's going to be hard to compete with mine, though.
These are the tales of B.O.A.T.
Over here. Over here.
Come on, Willie. Pay attention. Focus.
B.O.A.T.
Lola dipped.
How come you're so quiet?